Hello there my friends, welcome back to the Scott Ree Project, and today it's all about the sausage baby. We are going to be making pork and tomato sausage. Now this is a notoriously tricky sausage to master, purely because the acid in the tomatoes messes with the structure of the meat and it can be hard to get a decent texture. Any of you guys out there who've made pork and tomato will most probably find it can be a bit crumbly, it doesn't bind together, but I am going to give away a trade secret, my friends. The Scott Ree Project is taking one for the team, and I'm going to show you how to alleviate that problem and make a stunning pork and tomato sausage. So I'm just making a small batch today. Obviously if you want to make this, times it by 2, times it by 4. I'm making what we would term a quarter of a chopping. So what I've got then is 3.5 pounds of beautiful pork. As you can see, there's belly, shoulder. So there's 2 pounds of leanish meat, so pork, like I said, and belly, and 1.5 pounds of fat, back fat and the like. I have got here 17 ounces. I am using a tomato paste. 17 ounces, 500 grams. Obviously I don't want to confuse you with sausage making, it's either grams or ounces. So 17 ounces of tomato paste. I've got 1/2 pound of rusk, which I'm going to add to 1 pound of cold water. 2 ounces of the seasoning of your choice. This is the one I use. And the secret weapon, guys, I cannot tell you how important this is, bicarb of soda. Now if that's acid, that's alkaline, think about it, it's going to balance that out and it's going to bind it beautifully. Now I would normally put that in with my seasoning, but I'm going to put it in at the end because I want to show you the reaction when it hits the meat. So if you were doing this, put that in with your seasoning, and I have got 1/4 ounce. Now some scales will not measure 1/4 ounce, so just to confuse you, that would be 6 grams. We may add a little, we may take some away. Obviously the sausage obviously the tomato varies in acidity, but I'll tell you what, I'm not going to get out no kits to test the acidity. It's all going to be done by eye, and it's easier than you think. And then to finish it off, needs no introduction, made 2 miles away from my home, Lee & Perrins. Tomato, Lee & Perrins, a match made in heaven. Anyway, that's enough of the jiving. The first thing I want to do is get these rusk soaking so they puff up, fluff up, ready to add to our meat. Before we get on with the rusk, what I want to do is get my seasoning in with my meat, because I like how it permeates and starts working on that before we mince it. And I will put that to one side, just like that. I love these containers for making sausage, these jam pots, fantastic. Now, onto the rusk. Like I said, 1/2 pound, 8 ounces in. Then I'm going to add in my tomato paste, 17 ounces. Simple as. So my liquid then, very cold water, ice cold water in fact. 1 pound of sausage making. It's all about temperature. The colder everything is, the easier it is, and obviously the quicker you do it, the better it is. The sausages last longer, they keep a better colour. Now I'm just mixing that in then. Once it's all mixed in, and I am going to put this into the fridge. It's absolutely tipping down with rain here. Into the fridge till it puffs up and takes up all that lovely tomato paste. So give it a good mix up. Smells fantastic. And I will add my Worcester sauce to the finished mix by eye. I mean, you don't have to add the Worcester sauce, but if you don't, you're wrong. I am a bit biased. Right, I'll let that chill for a bit. As we are waiting for our rusk to inflate then, I am just going to put this meat through the mincer on a coarse plate once. Now a little word on the rusk. I know a few guys in the US, you're having trouble getting hold of it. You can always use breadcrumbs or the old traditional way was using rice. You boil up some rice because rice is a great binder. It will also take 3 times its weight in water. But I am currently working on a rusk video, a homemade rusk video. Will be coming very soon, so watch out for that, my friends. Right, I shall get this through the mincer then. It's magic. 1, 2, 3, and there it is done. How good is that? That's like a magic mincer. How long did that take? So I shall get that on chill then. Like I said, you want to keep everything as cold as possible, and we will get our rusk in. So you can see then, if you look into there, how that's inflated up. And like with any sausage making, you know, a minimum of an hour for it to soak up the liquid and go fluffy. The longer you leave it, the better it is, the more manageable. So what I'm going to do then, tip it straight in with my meat. And I'm just going to give it a preliminary mix, and I will send it through the mincer a second time, and we will start to mix it up. But the flavours are fantastic. The smells alone now are amazing. This is a galactic sausage. Stunning. But as you can see, any of you sausage makers out there will know by looking at this, you can feel it. It's quite dry, the texture. And if you went to just pick it up in your hands, it's not sticking, it's not really binding, but we will put that right. Right, through the mincer again. There we have it then. Right, it's just a case of, I'm just going to show you, giving it a mix. I don't think you can beat hand mixed sausages. Now, while we're hand mixing these then, we are trying to fuse that fat and lean together. And it's just a case of mixing it through, and you'll know it's done when it will stick to your hand. And as you can see, it's not. So this is where we put in our secret weapon. Our bicarbonate of soda, 1/4 ounce, and then a glug of Worcester. Like I said, you don't have to put this in. It's just a great combination. If you've ever had tomatoes with Worcester sauce, you'll know it is amazing. So it takes a couple of seconds for that bicarb to work, but already you can see a change in the consistency. All of a sudden it's starting to stick like a pork sausage would, which to me, that is fantastic. Now, if yours is still not sticking or binding like that, we've worked the myosin in that, you can always add a little bit more. So just give it a good mix, like I said. Lose yourself. Said it many times before, very therapeutic. Hey Carrie Ann, what's your game now? Can anybody play? Right, I think after a few minutes mixing, you can definitely see a change in that now, from that dry, almost crumbly texture to this fantastic sticky mix, which will hold no problem at all. Look at that. Result. Right, so I am going to go and stuff these into thin lamb's cases. You want to try and put them in thin casings if you can, but if you can get hold of them, or you're not sure about using them because they're a bit more delicate, go for the smallest hog casings you can find. Now, I won't show you the stuffing process. Obviously, I've got a couple of videos on that already. If you check down in there in the comments, I'll put the link there for you. But I will show me tying them off, and then we'll get a couple in the pan and show you the finished article and how well that bicarb works. Look at that, nice and sticky. So, As if by magic, we have piped these beautiful pork and tomato sausage. And you know, take your time with lamb casings, they are very delicate. I'm just going to tie this end off, sort my links out. So I'm not going to go into this big time because I've got a video on linking sausage. Again, check in the comments. But just a quick refresher for you guys. I make 3. Cross that one over and through. And then eyes down looking. Away we go. And I like to make these a little bit longer than normal chipolatas because I can. And what we're going to do then, once these are tied off, I will dry them out. You must let your sausage dry out so they bloom. Then we will get a couple in the pan. And trust me, once we cut into one and you see the texture, fantastic. Right, that's that nearly done. Wow, it's almost like a real TV show. There you can see my finished linked pork and tomato sausage. I always make a few patties out of my sausage meat. I don't know why, but they're a different animal out of the skin. But I'm going to fry a couple of these off because I think you'll get a better look at the texture than with it being in the skin. So, simple as, bit of oil. Then I'm just going to flatten a few of these bad boys out. Don't worry, I've got clean hands. Just gently get them frying off. So remember, we are looking for that texture. We want it to stick together, not be crumbly. And like I said to you before, you know, all these pastes, passatas, purees might have different acids, so just play it by ear. Put that basic amount of bicarb in, check your consistency, and then go from there. But this will be the test, and I can't wait. So by the magic of camera again. Okay then, so they have been fried off, they're looking good. The sharper eyed of you will notice there's one missing. It accidentally fell on the floor, so I had to eat it. I mean, put it in the bin. But yeah, it's looking good, good texture. And as you've seen, we put them in thin skins, so they will be thinner when you cook them. But yeah, looking good. Right, let's try it. There's only one way to do this. Get a bun, get it on there, and get into it. Oh. Wow, my friends, they're absolutely perfect. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. The texture is absolutely amazing, just like a normal sausage. So that bicarbonate of soda works a dream, and they taste, oh. Well, my friends, I hope you like that sausage making masterclass, and these pork and tomato sausages turned out amazing. The taste was fantastic. The texture, as you could see, was spot on, and that bicarbonate of soda trick is an absolute gem. So give it a go. It will revolutionise the texture of your pork and tomato sausage. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen here today on the Scott Ree Project, please subscribe by clicking subscribe down there somewhere. Also find me on Facebook, it's Scott Ree or the Scott Ree Project. Remember to like it and share it with your friends and on your forums, and also at Twitter at the Scott Ree Project. So until next time, I got to do the washing up. It's rock and roll, baby. Take care.